Hi, I'm Barbara Light, and in this video I'm going to explain the basic mechanics of the Tovertafel system. There's one Tovertafel in each unit in memory care. At the moment, we're in the unit that when you walk into the memory care is on your left. So there's a right unit and a left unit, and we're in the left unit. All of the Tovertafel systems, whether they're in memory care or over in Perry Center, there's a third Tovertafel on the third floor of Perry Center as well that can be used with assisted living residents. They all work basically the same. There's some minor differences, but if you can use one, you can use them all. So the first thing I do when I arrive is I get the remote control. The Tovertafel works like a computer, but I want to emphasize you do not need to be good with computers to be able to use it. You just need to use a remote control, and we've all used those with our televisions. So I'm going to get the remote control. In each unit, it's located in a drawer near the table. The remote looks like this. If you find a remote that doesn't work, it might need batteries. So hopefully there'll be another remote in that drawer. If not, look for a remote in the other wing of memory care, since each Tovertafel remote works on any of the machines. So the next thing I do is I look to see when the projector is turned on. The way I know that is I look up at the ceiling at the projector and I'm looking for a green light. And the projector is always supposed to be left on, and when you leave it on as well. The reason is it takes quite a long time for it to warm up. Now, there's going to be two occasions when you might need to turn it on or off. First, I want to show you the on-off button on the remote. It's at the very top, and it's kind of hard to see. It's red, and it looks just like the on-off button on your computer, your tablet, or your phone. The only two times you'll ever want to turn it on or off is if you get here, you look at the projector, and all you see is a red light indicating that it's not turned on. Then you'll want to turn on that button, you want to press it, and wait for it to warm up. And it takes, like I said, quite a while. The only other time, and I had to do this once, you may get here, the projector is on, but completely unresponsive. So you'll be aiming your remote at the projector and pressing the buttons, and you'll aim it at the table and press different buttons, and nothing responds. Then you do what you do when something goes wrong with your computer or your phone. First thing you try is you turn it off and reboot. Those are the only two times. Now, there's a bunch of other buttons on the remote. I'm going to show you the remote that I'll show you in just a few minutes how they work. You will use the up and down buttons to navigate on the table. You'll use the left and right directional buttons as well. And you'll use the back arrow button to go back, obviously. And the two buttons down below have to do with sound. A few of the games involve music or some other sound, and there's the sound up volume and down volume. There's an OK button that I'll show you we'll need, and the first button that you'll press after the Tovertafel unit is on this is the home button, and you know it's a home button because it looks like a little house. And when I get here and verify that the unit is on, I point up at the projector and I press the home button. And what that does is it takes me home to the main menu. The menu is projected with lights onto the table. And you can see on this table something's awry. So you can see over here that some of the main menu is off of the table. And so what you need to do is you'll need to move the table to make sure that everything's on. Now the table is lightweight, but if you have any difficulty moving the table, I'm sure staff would be willing to help you. So I'm going to move the table. And now you can see on the table things aren't going over the edge. The other thing I want to mention when you start is the remote will work on both sides of the table. So I can go on this other side of the table, but then I'm reading upside down. And although I can get it to move, it's just difficult to do what I'm supposed to do. So people can be sitting around the table in any way, on that side, this side, on the ends, but it's easier for you if you're on the side of the table where you can read. Now, I mentioned before up-down buttons. The up and down buttons will change the levels for you. The way that you move to different levels is you use the up arrow and the down arrow. So and if the down arrow doesn't work, then you try the up arrow. There we go. In general, I find when I'm pressing the home button to get to the main menu, I get a better response from the machine if I point it up at the projector. But if I'm doing maneuvering on the table, like going from level to level or game to game, I get a better response by pointing the remote to the table. But if one doesn't work, then just try the other location. So I'm going to change levels. So I'm on level 3 now. You can see that it's level 3 because that's what's highlighted. And when I came here and the Tovertafel was explained to me, they said that the lower levels, levels 1 and 2, are for lower functioning residents. And the higher levels, 3, 4, 5, are for higher functioning residents. In practice, I have not found that to be true. The lowest level I find to be particularly boring, and I find some really good games that even the lower functioning residents can do very well with on levels 3, 4, and 5. So you just have to experiment and find the games that work for you and whatever residents that you're working with. So I'm going to, I want to get to level 4. I'm going to keep going, level 2, level 3. There we are, level 4. Okay. Now, I'm on level 4. To move within a level to different games, that's when you use the left-right buttons on the remote. So this is the very beginning of level 4. And I'm going to, you can see what game is highlighted. There's a lighted box around the game. So this is hobby sets. Then I go here and it's sound carousel. And I'm going to go to football. On the other unit, the same game, the very same game is called soccer, but here it's called football. But it's basically exactly the same game. So I can tell that I'm on football because of the highlighted box around it, and it says on the table, football. Pass the ball to each other with your hands or feet, and cheer when someone scores a goal. Okay, now to get that game started, I press the OK button. So again, levels, I go up button, down button. Games within a level, I go right, left, and when I get to where I want, I go OK. All right, there's the soccer ball. Now, although the goal of the game is to get a goal, the way I tend to play it is I just want the residents to hit the ball, and every time they hit the ball and it moves, we get a volley going. I'm playing multiple people here. We get a volley going, and I cheer every time they swat the ball and it moves. You go, yay, great job! Yay, Barbara, great job! You moved the ball. Get it going, get it going. Okay. I find this is a good game, particularly I don't want to be stereotyped here, but the male residents tend to like this game better than some of the other games. But the females love it too. I love it. Now, I'm done playing. I'm tired of it. I want to go back. I've got a couple options. one option is I can press the back arrow button. So I'm going to point to the table and press that button. And it took me back to level 4. But another option, if you forget the back arrow, I press the home button pointing to the projector. And that does the same thing basically. It takes me back to the main menu, and I happen to be on level 4 in the main menu. There's a infrared sensor in the projector. You can't see it, but it will react when you break the beam of the light. So, I'm not doing a very good job myself. Get it, get it, get it. Get it. There she goes. Great job, great, excellent. So you can hit the table like she did, or like I'm doing now, but you don't have to hit the table. All you really need to do is move your hand in the direction that you want, because it's not responding to hitting the table, it's simply responding to breaking the light beams that are coming from the ceiling. Should we do it again? Get it, get the ball! Get the ball, get it. Good job, good job. Get it. Good job. Good. 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 Very good. Okay, so when you're done with the game, I think I mentioned before, you can either press the home button and aim at the projector, or I could press the back button, and it takes me back to the main menu. Now, if I wanted to go to another game, I would just navigate, if it's in the same level, with the right-left button or the up-down button if I want to go to a different level. When I'm ready to leave for the day, I use the left button pointing to the table and going to the leftmost one where it says shuffle. You can see that on the table. And just as I would to start a game, I'm going to press OK, and that puts it into shuffle mode. And what shuffle does is it basically serves as a screensaver, and it just rotates among different games you played, games you haven't played. You're fine. And then you just leave it. And remember, you do not turn it off when you leave, but you do put the remote control back in the drawer where you got it. One last thing, you can see on the table that you can see the light against the dark. It helps everybody see, if you can ask when you get there, a staff member to turn the lights off in the room so that you're better able to see the table. And if you can find a staff member, they're usually very happy to help you with that. And that's the end of our lesson. Hopefully that was helpful. Bye-bye. All the way up to 5, and the games are fun to play. So I'm going to press OK, and like I said, you can tell I'm on Fly Swatter because it says Fly Swatter, and there's the box around, and I press OK, and that opens the game. I'm going to move there, and we're having a picnic. Apple pie looks good, except there's flies at our picnic. There they go. So I'm gonna
you touch it.
Get it. You didn't get it. And you don't have to hit hard. You just have to kind of get it right at missed. Get the next one.
What do I do? Okay.
It's you just have to sort of. Sometimes they're hard to kill.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Really good toucher.
See, sometimes you have to hit them, but. It's not how hard you hit. It's just some are just
right in the center, maybe.
Yeah, and I think some are just harder to kill. It's like real flies.
Right.
I was so proud of myself this morning. I killed a fly. Yeah, see, it's not just you. You got it.
You got it.
Excellent.
You got it.
Great. All right, get that one.
Boy,
Excellent. You smashed it. Get that one. Get that one too. Good job. Good job. I love this silly game.
Well, how good did it is?
Here you go.
Good job. Good job. Great. Get it. No, you missed that one. Get that one. Good job. Get that one too. Nope, this one's coming here.
You got it.
There are a couple sound games that do not work. You just can't get the sound.
That's not real.
I'm on level 4. I'm going to go to the end, and I'm going to do music hits. Now the sound is turned down, so remember the sound buttons I explained. I'm going to turn the sound up, and you can see the volume is very low. I'm going to turn it up only loud enough that that they can hear without bothering people in the other room.
So what's that? What do you do?
The only thing that you do with this is you hit the note, but you have to hit it just as it hits the drum. And then it'll get it just as it gets there. Good.
Oh,
Whoops.
I see what you're saying.
And then it kind of, well, it
It's
doesn't
not
always
as-
work. Yeah,
it's
see, he
not
got it
as-
to explode. But it doesn't always work.
You gotta get just right.
Just exactly right, and then it'll explode.
Yeah. I'm taking
He's doing it right, but it's not. So not some of these games work, but I'm gonna turn the volume up just a little. I kind of like the music and dance to it.
Oh, got it. It's hard though.
Yeah, it's not doing. I think the one in the other
Can't do
unit
that
works
now.
better. But anyway, now I'm gonna, before I end this game, I'm gonna turn the sound way down. And I think we're gonna end this session, but hopefully that gives you a good idea of what kind of games we have. And I'm gonna go back to the menu. Remember, you do need to kind of point it right at the menu. And I'm gonna leave. And so I go all the way to the left, and you remember I leave it on shuffle. I go, okay.
Okay.